property, which we already discussed. Different images for different devices. The other one is picture element by using picture and media property, media attribute, and the property name is maximum width. Requesting all of you to pay attention. Guys, are you there? I need another 15-20 minutes of your time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Your first sprint, yeah. So I have a paragraph, and by default, so whenever if I am loading this application, it will take background image of flower, so which is located in the folder images. So it is taking the property URL of background image. For width 400 and larger, so minimum 467 and larger. So 467 and above will take the body background of tree with flower image, whereas 467 and below will take this flower image. Nothing. I don't want to do anything with my HTML element. So in this current page, so by default 467 and below will take this particular image. 467 and above will take because of media query. So here 467 and above. What will happen if I reduce to 466? Can you see the difference? 466 from 460 to 6 below, all the width which is 467 and below will take this particular image. From 467 it will take the other background image. Different images for different screen size. Same thing is applicable for picture element. Instead of CSS styling, we are using picture. Under picture, we have a source tag. So under source, I'm using source set. How we have IMG SRC. Likewise, we have source SRC set. When you have a media with maximum with 467. So from 0 to 467, smaller screen size, it will take flower image. So 467 and above will take this particular image. Apart from that, if there is any problem with loading these two images, it will display this alternate text. Is that clear with flexible images?
Yes, ma'am.
Here you need to use picture followed with source set attribute, which is used to define the source of the image. So whichever the source set where you have to provide media maximum width, you can use the attribute media, whichever the rule. So same rule of media query you need to use, and you need to set the width. So if it does not support this picture, and if there is any problem, so this alternate text will be taken. Yes, Pa.
Means the output of segment third code is same, right?
No, your voice is not clear. Output of Ayush.
Ma'am, output of second and third code is same, right?
Same.
Okay.
Because both are having 467, right? You can change and you can check. Only thing is here.
Ma'am, line number 15, I didn't get. Please repeat.
If there is any problem if for example, your browser not supports picture, this tag is not supported by the browser, or there is a problem in loading the image. At that time, I want to display some alternative text for the image. For that, you can use line number 15. How we will use alternate text for your image tag? Likewise, we are using image tag, which is an alternate for your picture. If there is any problem, then you will get this. I'll show you what is the default with 467. So till 467, this image, 466, the other image. Let's assume there were problem. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
So this alternate text gets displayed inside your picture tag. So the
Ma'am,
alternate
why
text
we are
is-
using picture instead of image tag?
See, this is
There
one
any-
property which is used to have this flexible images concept. Can we do it with image tag? Tell me. Can I use two IMG SRC? What will happen? I will get both the images on my screen, but the concept is media query, responsive web page. For 0 to 467, smaller screen size, this image. 467 and above, this particular image. Can we achieve the same using IMG tag?
Ma'am, for larger image, we didn't set any value such as maximum width.
So that's what. So maximum width is still 467, it will take flower. 467 and above, it will take the next image. That is the idea behind this. Even if you have third image and if you have set maximum width as some 800, you check till 467 this image, 467 to 800 second image, 800 and above is the last one. Guys, is that clear? Adesh, is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear, ma'am.
I cannot go for IMG. So that is why we are using source. Source will come under picture. Yes, Mainak, you have any query?
Can we use alternate image in place of alternate text?
Give a try. Yeah. So that is what they have provided in the slide, right? We will do the same. So let's assume I don't have this flower one and tree with flowers. Let's assume I'm using image source, images slash, let's say beach.jpg. If I have a problem, do I want to give dot slash? Alternate text is coming. 1 second. I'll give a last try. If it is not working, then we can't do anything. Beach.jpg. No, Mainak. It's not working. So only this alternate text is working. The image alternate source is not working. Those who, I think Mainak raised the question, and this is for everyone. We just gave a try instead of alternate text. If there is any problem with my picture source, is there a possibility to load any other image? No.
Ma'am, give SRC said to give the image load.
We gave a try.
You can give a try with SRC set.
Do we have href? I'm hearing this SRC set for image for the first time. Let me give a try. No.
Not coming.
No. This text is coming, but if you take in PPT, they have provided image SRC, one more image. If there is any problem in rendering, try it all possible ways. No. So you give and try. I'm sharing this. Try all possibles, but it's not working. It should come. It should come. See this. All text is coming. Okay, leave. Okay, answer for this CSS version 3 dash is used to apply block of CSS property. Dash is a rule used to apply a block.
Media.
The syntax is you need to use
Media query.
the concept is media query. How we have achieved media query?
At media.
At media.
Media.
Okay. So let's have one more topic for morning. So the responsive grid system. I've already mentioned about the term grid. We usually will call as combination of rows and columns. So we can able to achieve this responsible feature of grid, responsible web page using grid. So always in responsive layout, grid is made up of 3 elements. So please look into those 3 elements: columns, gutters, and margin. Grid system could be implemented using float property, flexbox, or grid layout. So can you identify what is column here? So in a screen, various sections of my page. In my screen, the section or area of screen which has been occupied. Have you noticed? All these pink color falls under the category what?
Columns.
Columns. So in responsive layout, it is very important. Let's assume here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guys, listen carefully. Assume like I am in 1048 pixel screen. I have 8 columns. Can I able to fit this 8 column in 800 pixel screen? I can able to adopt some 6 columns. What about 400 pixel? I can able to adopt only 4 columns. Please listen and just relate with responsive grid system. I'm repeating again. It is made up of 3 elements, which is the primary, the most important element is column. So if you look into this, by default, if my screen size is a regular laptop, I may get 8 columns. So can I view same 8 column in my mobile screen with 400 pixel?
No. Yes.
Instead, what we can do?
And reduce the column.
Media
See.
property.
I can see 8 these. This is a screen which I can view it on my desktop. Can I view the same? Because if I view the same in my mobile devices, there will not be a clarity of your content. So instead of 8 column, what you can do? You can make it as 4 into 2 columns. So instead of 1 row, you can have 2 rows. Okay, let's discuss on detail. Okay, let's discuss on these components. Then we'll get into how to divide into various columns. But this is the idea behind responsive grid system. Please pay attention. So this pink color area is called as column. What do you mean by gutter?
Between the column.
The space between, the blue color, space between one column and the other column, which falls under the category gutter. And as you all know, margin, this green color, margin left, margin right from the screen. The screen is starting here, from there where my content gets load. My first column gets load. That I can specify with the help of margin. Okay, listen. So the idea behind this column concept is, as I said, think in such the way. So I have 8 column content. So depend upon my screen size, the column gets, if it is 8 column content, I can make 6 by 2. So 6 in one row, 2 in the other row. Or if it is 400 pixel, I can have 4 column in one row, the other 4 column in the other second row. So by the way, in responsive layout, what I'm going to do, I'm going to adjust the column width with certain percentage rather than the fixed value. So let's assume this is 1044 pixel. So let's assume I have 4 columns. So tell me what would be the width of the 4 column. So can I take it as? So I'm talking about the width. You know what is width, right? So let's assume this is 100%. In which way I can divide 100%? Sorry. In which way I can divide the content? Let's assume equal
Divided by
content.
Divided by 4. 25%.
Wait. Let me do equally. 25. Accepting your point. Let's assume I have 4 columns. Each column in my screen, it is 25%. Come along with me. So let's assume I have a screen size of some 600, okay, 800 pixel. So what I'll do, how I will have the width?
200 pixel.
How it will be 200?
400.
No, think and answer me. Okay, let me complete the last one.
50 into 2 more.
Very good. Let's assume 400 pixel screen. I have 4 columns, by the way. In my 1044 pixel screen size, I will be providing column size of 25% each, not 25, depends upon, let's assume the third content is big, then you divide what? Or 20, 20, 20, 60 will go and this will be 40 in the other way. Okay, I'll come to that later. So let's assume equal range. I want 4 column content, which is of equal percentage. If I want to convert that to 800 pixel, how I will do? My column width will be 50%. You know what is 150? No, total screen size is 100. Out of that, how much my column width has to be adjusted on my screen. So what about 400 pixel screen?
100.
Each column.
100 into.
That's all, story over. Each column needs to fit 100% of my screen size. All the 4 columns should fix 100% of the screen size when I am using 400 pixel and screen. That's all, story over. Take time, analyze. This is what your responsive grid system. I'm going to realign the column width depend upon the screen size. So that no content will be adapted to any type of screen. You can ask me, number of columns is displayed, gets changed. Of course, it gets changed. Everything is based on the breakpoint. So now I'm going to introduce grid system with breakpoint with media query. The demo which I have tried some time back. No, I think now it will be a meaningful one. So here I have 4 column. Here I have 2 column. Here how many column? Only 1. That's fine. Depend upon the screen size, the number of columns and the breakpoint. 1 breakpoint, 2 breakpoint, 3 breakpoint differs. So everything, the number of columns and the breakpoint, everything is depend upon what is that screen size of the device. And you decide. So if it is gutter, when it comes to the big screen size, each column you need to differentiate with the respective space between one column to another column to separate the content. So depend upon the breakpoint range. So let's say 3 breakpoint, you need to specify the appropriate. Here I don't want to apply any gutter, whereas margin needs to be applied for everywhere, from where my content is getting start from the screen. Okay, shall we discuss on a demo pa? Is that clear? And you can ask me a question, can't we differentiate with the different with 100% possible? Let's say I have only menu. For example, the content and here possible. So I want the first column to be in 10 pixel because I want only nav bar 10%. I want to place only nav bar here. And here some 15%, some content. Here also some recent 15. So remaining 60%, I can use it for second column. Is it possible? This is also possible. So out of 100% in my screen, 10% of my screen will be occupied by my first column. 60 will be occupied by my second column, 15 for third and fourth column. So what will happen if you want to convert this to 400 pixel screen size? You decide. Answer. I want answer from you. Let's assume this is my 1044 pixel screen. And here I want to convert to 400 pixel screen size. Answer me.
Ma'am, first will be of 10%.
Think and answer me.
100, 100, 100.
100%.
Correct. It differs based on the height. Irrespective of screen size. Here it is 1044 pixel. I have 4 columns. If I want to fix these 4 columns to my 400 pixel, again, all my column width will be 100%, same as above. See here, it is same. We will be achieving this in 400 pixel by converting all my width to 100%, so that it will be fit onto my smaller screen size.
So ma'am, only the row height changes.
That no, you can give auto property. So depend upon the content range, the number of content you have, it will adjust automatically. Shall we discuss an example? I think I have an example. 1 second. So requesting all of you to pay attention. We have a demo. So please look into this body part. We have a parent div tag. Inside we have 3 div and we have 1 paragraph. So let's take, we are gonna to divide the page into 3 different columns. So in the demo, I said 4. Let's assume here we have 3. If we want, we can modify also. So I want to divide these the page into as many number of columns depend upon my screen size. Shall we look into our CSS code and media query? Please pay attention. We have a outer div tag. Inside we have 3 div tag. And I'm gonna to arrange this as a column. It is gonna to take the property of column. All the 3 div is gonna to take the property of column. Additionally, it is gonna to take one more CSS property, which is span 1_3, 2_3, 3_3. So this is my first column, second column, third column. Let us discuss on property. We can modify according to our requirement. So all the 3 will take the basic property of column class, column selector, and each will take its own width based on span 1, 3, 2_3, and 3_3. And we are taking 2 more selector for whole div, whole body part, which is section and group. Let's discuss all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CSS selector. And these are all some common styling for all the div. So you need to look into this 1 of 3 along with the media query. Shall I scroll up? Content is clear. Shall we look into the CSS property? I know it's a lengthy session. We have a few more topics to cover. So by default, all the div, all will take the column property display block. What do you mean by this property display block?
Displays is a block.
Block means?
Oh, one below the other.
One after another.
One after another, it will not come along with together. So always it will come in a new line. That is a property of display block. It will always come in new line. It will not start with the existing line. So I want all the column to come in a new line. So that is a separate block. So it is floating to left. It is taking margin left, bottom, right, top. And every time it is taking padding of 8 pixels. Listen carefully. By default, my first column is taking what? All the columns are taking what percentage? Can you see? 30, 30, 30. So in a screen, so the first 30 will be taken as my first column, and the next 30% will be taken by the second column, and the third 30 will be taken by the last column. Is that clear? Just look into this width alone. So as per default property, it will take 30, 30, 30. So assume like this. So what will happen if I open my web page in 768 and less than screen size? Guys, are you with me? By default, if 768 and above, it will be into 30, 30, 30. So I will be getting, if you want, I will show you. So my column 1, so will take 30%, and this will take 30, and this will take 30. Is that clear? What they have mentioned, greater than 767 pixel. So it will take 30%, 30%, and 30%. Guys, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what will happen to less than 767? You tell me. Sorry, 768. 767 and above. Can you look into the code? Less than 760 to 768. So what will be taken? The first column will take
96.
the first one will be taken 96. So this will take around 96. The first column will take 96. So what about the next one? 46 and 46. How it will appear if it is 46 and 46? So this will be, okay, for your better understanding, I can say, no. Will it be okay? So the second will be taken. I'll show you the output, 46% and 46%. The first column will take 96 and second and third will be fit onto screen with 46 and 46. I'll be getting an appearance like this. Is there any other media query? Okay. So for 467 to 768. Greater than 460 to 767 in this. Less than 460. Can you see? All first column, second column, third, everything will appear in width of what?
99.
99. I'll show you this demo. 467, 768, and then greater than 768. So less than 467, 467 to 768, and greater than 767, 800,000, whatever. Let me save. I'll show you the demo. I will remove the last paragraph. So tell me the range. So what will happen to 400? Can you see the difference? If I choose 460, what was the range? 467 till 467. What is the width percentage of all the three columns?
99%.
So it is taking 99. So what will happen? 467 and above. Can you see the difference? $467 till where? 768. 768. Okay, 760. It is taking, this is taking 90, what is that? 96 and 46 and 46. What will happen to 1000?
30, 30, 30.
Let me scroll up. Can you see this percentage? 30, 30, 30. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So if it is 767 and above, it will take 30, 30, 30, and 467 to 767, it will take what? 90 and 46, 46. Less than 4. So let's assume 300. So how it will take? It will take all the column of 467 and less than. It will take all the three column of width. Why 99.4? Why not 100? Because of your calculation. This margin padding. I'm sharing the same demo. I want all of you to try this. And before moving to the next topic, we can complete the sprint for this topic, which is, so you can look into this demo and you can try this. This pattern which we have tried is fluid pattern challenge. So you need to create a web page which resembles the image below, which is mostly fluid in responsiveness to variety of screen size. So when it comes to desktop image, can you see? I have 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can you see the difference? Color code. All were div. You can choose div. You can choose div by differentiating column size. If it is desktop, what is the percentage of column 1? You
60.
take column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, 5. How much? Can I take 60, 40?
Yes, ma'am.
What about bottom? 30,
33,
30, 30.
30.
You take everything as div.
33.
I'll scroll down. Please look into this is desktop. Can you see tab? For tab, first one is taking 100, second and third 50, 50, fourth and fifth also 50, 50. Don't worry, they have provided all the range. Can you see in mobile? All the
100.
columns are taken
100%.
100. So all the asserts are provided in asserts folder. So you need to start from the scratch. So these are the color codes which you want to use. And you can take the same range, anything they have provided in the question. So you can take the range 400, 600, and 800 and above. So what would be the mobile screen size?
100. 400.
Yeah, you take this range 400, 600, and 800. Will it be fine? 400 for mobile, tab 600, 800 and above is for desktop. So I'm sharing the demo which we discussed for your reference, and I'm sharing the URL. Try to complete before lunch so that in afternoon we can discuss on layout pattern. Again, I'm repeating, you can do everything via div. Here I have 3 div. For your demo, you should do 5 div. So I want you to create outer div. You can use container. Inside that, I should have 5 division. Each division, what you can do? You can give background color. And that background color also they have provided in your assert folder. So you give background folder for all the div. What is it? Background color with the respective color code. And you should specify width. And you give the maximum width. What? No, minimum width. Minimum range or maximum range, you decide. According to me, 400, 600, 800 is fine. Complete it, you inspect and check, then you update your URL. Is that clear? It's 12:13 in my clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Another 5-10 minutes, you analyze all these demos. Media query, responsive image, resizable image. The last topic is this grid layout, which we are using is fluid design. And complete the sprint, and then we will continue with the remaining topic. I know it's one of the big sprint. I'm sharing the URL. Don't do any previous sprint. Concentrate on today's.